Welcome, Vango travelers.
So this is not one of the chains that's going under, because I've seen them around, but this one in particular is closed. The Piggly Wiggly. You don't see too many of these around, but they are around. And I love going inside one when they are open. It's just a small hometown grocery store. This one closed up. There ain't nothing in there but empty shelves. It's just always so sad to see these stores close like that. This is a small place close to McCaysville, and there's just not a whole lot going on. They do pretty well during the summer, but in the wintertime, everyone struggles. Guy was telling me that he has to go all the way to Jasper, and it takes him an hour just for work, and he's been doing that for 28 years. But yeah, Piggly Wiggly. Oh well, what are you gonna do? So I always pass this place, and I believe it was a copper refinery, but I always found the rock structure to be really interesting. And this place has been here, I don't know how long, but if you look at the rocks, it just looks like something from Mars. I don't know if it's from the overflow of copper, but it always looks so strange. Very interesting. So we're going to take a walk down McCaysville, Georgia. And this is always, to me, cool little town.
Yeah, I love it here. This is Copper Hill, Tennessee.
I think there's a
right on the border.
I think there's a border here between Tennessee and Georgia. Got a Mexican restaurant across the street. Now that's new, since we didn't see that last time. And as we were driving by, we noticed the Mexican restaurant that we normally stop at, which is really good. But it seems like they opened up 2 more Mexican restaurants, so we've got 3 Mexican restaurants in McCaysville now. Always love seeing these drug stores. It's like they sell prescription drugs, but then they got a collage of everything else in there.
There's your Papa Bear shirt.
Oh, there it is. Just a neat little town to walk around. It's really small, so you probably spend a day here, not even, walking around. Here's a Mexican restaurant that we normally visit, El Rio. And the food there is really good. Let's take a walk over here. We've got a little bridge. Gina needs her coffee. She's got to have her coffee in the morning. If she doesn't have her coffee in the morning, she gets a little grumpy, as most people do.
Tennessee, Georgia. Hello from Tennessee.
Look at that.
Now we know.
How crazy is that? So you could be on the Tennessee line here. So we're in Tennessee. And if you cross over, we're in Georgia.
Now we're in Georgia.
Very interesting. Oh, look. Coffee shop.
Oh, look, there's a bridge too.
Yeah, it's my daughter's little shop.
I love it.
That's a cute idea. That's also to cover that box, you know, with all the break box.
Oh, gotcha. That's very creative.
It's time to take it.
I didn't know this separated the Tennessee and the Georgia line here.
Yeah, our landlord has us in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
But I'd say the shop is mostly in Georgia.
You could be half and half, huh?
The line comes right through, about right here, so it's probably 3/4. That parking lot belongs to us, and in the back, so that's quite big, probably. He does Tennessee because it's mostly in Tennessee.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's kind of cool.
So she's saying here's the line for Tennessee and Georgia. So we're on the Georgia side here, but part of the store crosses over into Tennessee.
I would do it just regular old Catholic shop. Oh, right. Sure, would you like something? I also have lemonade and hot tea and hot cocos.
No, I'm just going to share that with her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pry it out of my fingers.
Let me get you this.
So Kelly at the coffee shop was telling us, I think she said in 1992, there was a lot of rain and the lake was overflowing and they had to do something, so they had no choice but to open it up, but it let out so much water that all of this, the whole town, got flooded, and it was about 8 feet of water.
Yeah, in the little drugstore, just went back that way.
And the whole town was underwater.
There's our flag. Oh, look how clear the water is.
Yeah.
It's nice to see it so clean.
Well, the ducks got it made all day long.
Yeah.
They don't have to work. They don't have to think about work. It took a while for this bridge to open up because they didn't know if the construction was still going to hold out. So somebody came in and bought a lot of property here, and they just started revamping this area. So there's a lot of things that I didn't see before when I used to come here a long time ago. So it definitely looks like they're doing something to the town, which is great. Always great to see. I think as the malls go out, small towns are being revamped and revitalized. How's it going, bud?
Yeah, down there there's a whole little walkthrough with all of the shops that you can go into.
So this is another place here that was probably something at one time. It says McCaysville Auction, which has been peeled off, and then it looks like they're doing some construction inside, and this is going to be a really big place unless they separate it up in sections. But somebody's doing something to it,
Yeah, I can see on the sign across it says "Pardon our progress."
and that's always a good thing.
Nice to see progress.
Yeah, and you know, everywhere we go, it seems like the economy is really good right now. And the problem that people are having is trying to find people to come work. Employees.
Here's where the Christmas place moved to.
Hello.
Hi.
Anytime you see a Christmas store, which is just basically all Christmas, it always makes me wonder, how good do they do throughout the year? I mean, I know Christmas time has got to be, like during the holidays, has got to be their best time, but I wonder how much business they do the rest of the year. That would be interesting to find out. Also, the same thing with fireworks, because we see a lot of firework stores in this area, and it always makes me think, how much fireworks can you sell throughout the year? Be another interesting story.
Cool idea.
Oh, look at that. Prone to wander.
Love it.
That is awesome.
Very unique shops.
Yeah, they have a lot of shops now that have a lot of cool stuff in there, and a lot of things that are related to camping, so we love that stuff.
Life is good.
Happy Bear Cafe. That's a good name. Let's walk over here and let's go look at the river. Gina just went into a shop. We've got the Welcome Center across the street. You know, when you come into a small town, you don't really think that you're gonna find a whole lot, but you just end up running into things. Getting some really cool drone shots. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying those, and just happy to get Shaggy back up in the air. Yeah, they have really done a really great job in bringing in new things and making this place look a lot nicer. I love when they take things from the past and they make it into decorations.
tools.
Here in McCaysville, and we were just talking to Sarah, and she's given us a lot of info on McCaysville. They've changed a lot of things, and it's a really cool little town. If you haven't been here, you definitely need to come down and check it out. But we're inside the visitor center, and these are some cool artifacts. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for the info.
Thank you.
Look how beautiful that is.
It is gorgeous.
It almost looks fake.
I know.
So we're gonna keep walking here, and they still have a lot of little shops in this downtown. They've got IGA, another grocery store that you don't see too many of. It's just a small grocery store. Usually find them in small towns. Katz New York Deli and Coffee. We were talking to Sarah at the information center, and that has nothing to do with Katz Deli in New York. Now they do have a train that leaves out of Blue Ridge that comes here, I think, twice a week. And so it drops off a lot of people that are taking the train ride, and that brings in a lot of tourism into McCaysville. And you get a couple hundred people all in at one time, so everybody's trying to scramble to see where they want to eat, and sometimes they're a little overbearing for the businesses because they have to do all that in a limited amount of time. I think it stays here for maybe 45 to an hour. Gives everybody a rest and check out McCaysville.
I think Wally said up to 500 people.
500, holy smokes.
That's a whole lot to handle all at once.
Oh yeah. And like everywhere else, there's always a pizza sub shop. This one's Kenny's. We did eat at Papa's Pizza yesterday, so that was pretty good. And this is where the train stops. Let's go see what the train stop looks like. How you doing?
Good.
So the train came in, and we have a lot of people that are coming into McCaysville. So this is the difference, and this is what it looks like. So this town gets packed right now for about an hour or so.
Would you like 10% off on attitude design?
Thank you.
Now the streets are busy.
Feel like a coupon? Come on.
All right, go.
Okay.
Thank you. hon. Yeah.
Right across.
Wow, this gets busy now. So interesting story. They were telling us when we used to come back here, there used to be a shop that was called the New York Cafe, and I always found it odd because out of all places you see a New York Cafe in a small town. But apparently, when they had the copper mill and it was still operating, there was a lot of people that they brought in from all over, and one of the places was New York City or New York, and a couple people there wanted to feel like home, so they opened up the New York Cafe, and that was open for a long period of time, and it's no longer there. They ended up closing it, but I was always wondering what the story behind that was, and today I found out. So really cool story.
Wait, are you vlogging? Well, you should tell your people that we have an escape building here and that we do online booking here too.
Okay, what you got there?
Yeah, our website is on this. You can have them go onto that website and arrange a day to where they can come and do any of our rooms.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in McCaysville, so man, it's really nice to see that.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm gonna grab a bag from you.
Those are 3, these are 5, and these are 8.
Okay, we'll take this one here.
You know, if you go down here across the bridge, there's a bunch of little shops in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't get off the train. We've just been vlogging around town, so.